My topic is about Olympic fencing. Fencing is a group of three related combat sports. The three disciplines in modern fencing are the foil, épée, and sabre. Also sabre, winning points are made through the weapons. Contact with an opponent. A fourth discipline, single stick, appeared in the 1904 Olympics but was drafted after that and is not a part of modern fencing. Fencing was one of the first sports of the played in the Olympic fencing. It's a group of three related combat sports. Fencing organized sport involving the use of swords, épée, foil, or sabre for attack and defense according to set movements and rules. All took the use of swords dates to prehistoric times in swords play. To ancient civilizations, the organized sports or fencing began only at the end of the 19th century. For the information on the art of Japanese sword fight, see Kendo. Fencing was one of the first sports to be played in the Olympics. So, ang fencing sports daw po ay siya yung pinakaunang sport sa Olympics. Ang sports ng fencing Olympics is may rules of the game. So, lahat naman po ng sports ay may rules. So, ang kaibahan lang po ng rules ng kada sports ay ito. Ang fencing sports po ay may main article fencing rules. The FIA maintains the current rules used by FIA sanctioned international events, including World Cups, World Championships, and the Olympic Games. The FIA handles proposal to change the rules the first year after an Olympics year in the annual Congress. The U.S. Fencing Association has slightly different rules, but usually adheres to FIA standards. Three innovations in the 7th and 18th century led to the popularity of fencing as a sport. The foil, a weapon with a flattened tip, a set of rules governing the target area, and the wire mesh mask. Together, this development ensured the safety of fencing participants. There are the weapons of sports fencing. May three weapons in the modern fencing: foil, épée, and sabre. Each weapon has its own rules and strategies. Equipment needed included at least 2 swords, a lame knot for épée, a white jacket, underarm protector, 2 body and mask cords, knee-high socks, and glove and knickers. Foil daw po is a main article foil fencing. The foil is a light thrusting weapon with a maximum weight of 500 grams. The foil targets the torso but not the arms or legs. The foil has a small circular hand guard that serves to protect the hand from direct stabs, as the hand is not a valid target in foil. This is primarily for safety. Touch that land outside the target area, called an of-target touch, and signaled by a distinct color on the scoring apparatus. Stop the action, but are not scored, sabi daw po dito. Only a single touch can be awarded to either fencer at the end of a race. If both fencers land touches within a close enough interval of milliseconds to register to lights on the machine. Sabi daw. The referee used the rules of right away to determine which fencer is awarded the touches or if an off target hit has priority over a valid hit, in which case no touch is awarded. Sabi daw, hindi daw makakatouch pa, walang awarded. If the referee is unable to determine which fencer has right of away, no touches is awarded. Next is epi. Valid epi targets main article epi. The epi is a thrusting weapon like the foil, but heavier with a maximum total weight of 775 grams. And epi, the entire body is valid target. The handguard on the epi is a large circle that extends towards the pommel, effectively covering the hand, which is a valid target in epi. As the entire body is legal target, there is no concept of an off-target touch, except if the fencer accidentally strikes the floor, setting off the light and tone on the scoring apparatus. Unlike foil and sabre, epi does not use right of way. Simultaneous touches to both fencer known as double match as double touch, however, is the score is tied in a match at the last point, and a double touch is scored the point is rolled. And next is sabre. The sabre is a light cutting and thrusting weapon that targets that an entire body above the waist, except the weapon hand. Sabre is the newest weapon to be used. Like the foil, the maximum legal weight of a sabre is 500 grams. The handguard on the sabre extends from hilt to the point at which the blade connects to the pommel. This guard is generally torn outwards during sports to protect the seaward's arm from touches. Hits with the entire blade or point are valid. As in foil, touches that land outside the target area are not scored. However, unlike foil, this of target, touches do not stop that action and the fencing continues. In the case of both fencers landing a scoring touch, the referee determines which fencer receives the point for the action again through the use of right of way. I discussed the equipment of fencing. Protective clothing. Most personal protective equipment for fencing is made of touch, cotton, or nylon. Kevlar was added to top-level uniform pieces, jacket, breeches, underarm protector, lame, and the bib of the mask. Following the death of Vladimir Semernov at the 1982 World Championships in Rome. However, Kevlar is degraded by both ultraviolet light and chloride, which can complicate cleaning. Number 1 is jacket. The jacket is form-fitting and has a trap crossard that passes between the legs. In sabre fencing, jackets are cut along the waist. Clarification needed: a small gorget of fluted fabric is sewn in around the collar to prevent an opponent's blade from slipping under the mask and along the jacket upwards towards the neck. Fencing instructors may wear a heavier jacket such as one reinforced by plastic foam to deflect frequent heat and instructor increase. Next is a plastron. A plastron is an underarm protector worn underneath the jacket. It provides double protection on the side of the steward's arm and upper arm. There is no seam under the arm. 3. There is no seam underarm which would line up with the jacket seam and provide a weak spot. Gloves. The steward's hand is protected by a glove with a gauntlet that prevents blades from going up the sleeve and causing injury. The glove also improves grip. So, ang gloves ito ang pinaka-importante sa lahat ng equipment kasi para makaiwas po sa injury. Yun ang kahalagahan ng gloves. Next is breeches. Breeches or knickers are short trousers that end just below the knee. The breeches are required to have 10 cm or overlap with the jacket. Most are equipped with suspenders braces. Socks. Fencing socks are long enough to cover the knee. Some cover most of the thigh. Next is shoes. Fencing shoes have flat soles and are reinforced on the inside for the back foot and the heel for the front foot. The reinforcement prevents wear from lounging. Mask. The fencing mask has a bib that protects the neck. The mask should support 12 kilograms, 26 lb on the metal mesh and 350 newtons, 75 lbf of penetration resistance on the bib. FIA regulation dictate that mass withstand 25 kilograms, 55 lb on the mesh and 1,600 newtons, 360 lbf on the bib. Some modern masks have a see-through visor on the front of the mask. Next is chest protector. A chest protector made of plastic is worn by female fencers and sometimes by males. Fencing instructors also wear them, as they are hit far more often during training than their students. In foil fencing, the hard surface of a chest protector decreases the likelihood that a hit registers. Next is lame. A lame is a layer electrically conductive material worn over the fencing jacket. In foil, the sabre fencing, the lame covers the entire target area and makes it easier to determine whether a hit fell within the target area. In epi fencing, the lame is unnecessary since the target area spans the competitor's entire body. In saber fencing, the lame sleeves end in a straight line across the wrist. In foil fencing, the lame is sleeveless. And a body cord is necessary to register scoring. It attaches to the weapon and runs inside the jacket sleeve, then down the back and out to the jacket sleeve, the scoring box. In sabre and the foil fencing, the body cord connects to the lame in order to create a circuit to the scoring box. Next is sleeve. An instructor or master may wear a protective sleeve or a leg leader to protect their fencing arms or leg respectively. Next is a traditional. The fencer uniform is white and instructor's uniform is black. This may be due to the occasional pre-electric practice of covering the point on the weapon in dye suit or colored chalk in order to make it easier for the determine the placing of the touches. As this is no longer a factor in the electric era, the FIE rules have been relaxed to allow colored uniform, save black. The guidelines also limit the permitted size and positioning of sponsorship logos. Ang Olympic fencing is may tinatawag silang grips. Ang grips ng Olympic fencing is sa main article grip, sport fencing, some pistol grips used by foil and épée fencer, Visconti grip, and Belgian grip, and Russian grip, and Hungarian grip. Yan. Yan ang mga grip of fencing. Fencer. Ganun.